All right, let's give this another try. So I just went live and I did a match breakdown of Paulo Meow versus Nikki Ryan, and it got shut down. I almost got a strike on my channel, but it said the first time as a warning. That's nuts. I didn't think that would happen. My assumption is that because it was a YouTube video, but it was flow grappling, and I think that winded up giving me a negative feedback because it was a flow grappling. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. That's like that. But there are other matches. I've done match breakdowns on YouTube, and nothing got shut down. So my assumption is that it was because of flow grappling. Whatever. You know what? We learn. There's other awesome invitationals. You know what? Let's support the lower family grown like people anyway, like the not so popular guys. Let's actually support them. I think that's actually better. You know, flow grappling doesn't need any more credibility. But yeah, I'm going to be actually reviewing an AGC Invitational. This is the fourth one that they have. It's going to be Jeremy Skinner versus Jordan Crispin. I have no idea anything about these people. A friend of mine referred me this match and told me to commentate over it. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch it together once, and if anything happens that's we really want to break down and look at, we're going to look back on it. I'll feed it back, and we'll really take away what we can learn from these matches. Now, these matches are great because a lot of the times these are like higher individuals. If you're more into like the no-gi sub only, this is definitely where it's at. I think this is a really cool niche. So I believe this is what the match is. I believe it is I believe it's sub only. I could be wrong. Here, let's go ahead and actually get started on this. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to watch the match together. So Jeremy Skinner versus Jordan Crispin. Let's go ahead and take a look. It looks to me like Jordan is the guy on the right because I see the longer hair, and I guess Jeremy's on the left. That's my assumption. So let's go ahead and watch. So we see what looks to me like Jeremy is pulling guard, and we see Jordan kind of sitting back for a second. It looks to me like they don't want to engage each other, but you can see Jordan's sitting back because he wants to protect his legs. And I guess it looks to me like Jeremy is more of a leg locker. So they're looking for their grips, both staying kind of calm, both kind of looking for an opportunity to move forward. You can see like how he's grabbing the ankles, trying to stay low. The problem with staying low is it leaves your upper body, and that's when you can then look to elevate and grab the legs. But look, he's almost past his guard. But you can see Jeremy is doing a good job of keeping his knee up towards his chest, which helped him keep his guard there. So you can see he's constantly threatening that collar tie. He's probably looking to try to sit up into like either an arm drag situation or a front headlock. But as he puts his head up, it allows him to kind of get a little bit more into the legs. So he's looking for those underhooks, looking for those arm drag grips. What's their name? Jordan is possibly trying to look for a body lock. He's trying to put pressure on him so that way he can't be elevated. So you can see he's trying to grab the ankles and maybe lift the ankles. But they're kind of just both getting into grip fighting right now, which grip fighting is an important concept in jiu-jitsu. You don't want to just like run in there flailing. You want to try to move in there with a little bit of control. So that's probably why they're doing this. But you can see here, Jeremy is constantly moving forward, trying to put pressure onto the opponent, looking for certain type of grips, looking for positions where he can elevate the person. And it looks to me like he is in a bottom ashi almost, but because Jordan has upper body control, it looks to me like he's possibly going to pass. He still has his knee inside, and he's got the Ashigarami now. You can only pull on the head so much, you know. If you have that leg inside, look, so now he's probably looking to reap over, looking for that heel hook, and Jordan winds up crashing his head into the floor. Jeremy looking for that knee bar, but you can see how Jordan defends it nicely by using his opposite leg to get inside. You can see Jeremy trying to go into the saddle. Jordan stands up, looking to fall back for an Achilles lock. Jeremy looking nice and calm. He reaps over the leg. He's looking for those heel hooks. And now they're more into like this 50-50 situation. Jeremy looking to keep inside the entangle, probably looking for a heel hook. We could see Jordan looking to get on top while Jeremy's looking for the heel hook is what it looks to me. They still have this like 50-50 position. Jeremy playing it a little bit more open, but now they're both kind of closed. Both kind of looking at what to do. 50-50 is an interesting position. You know, you really, it's a really like, it's its own game, 50-50. Looks to me like Jeremy is trying to get some heel exposure, separated the two legs. He caught the heel and he winded up. So if we look back at where that heel hook finish was, let's look at the transition here where Jeremy went from 50-50 to an outside Senkaku. So in this 50-50 position, if you look there, Jeremy went and took a scoop grip under hook on Jordan's far leg, used that to open up his legs. So now, because Jeremy is slightly more extended, it gave him room to not only catch the heel, but he threw what was his 50-50 protector of the hook. He threw it over his body. He then used the heel, the foot that could have possibly been heel hooked. So in this case, Jeremy's left leg went and transferred over to Jordan's stomach. So now he's in more of an outside Senkaku. We could see here, Jordan took that far leg and attempted to do an Achilles lock where he took his opposite leg and tried to throw it over. But you're talking an ankle lock versus a heel hook. And it's not really a tough ankle lock. This is arguably one of the best positions for heel hook. So if we continue to play, he winds up catching the heel. And he's in this configurement where his legs are crossed on the opposite side. So he's defending his own heel as well as in a very powerful breaking position. And we can see here what really helped cause this break. So you can see how Jeremy has his left foot in Jordan's stomach. So that's hiding his heel. And he has his right foot over to that outside Senkaku position where he's able to catch the heel, put the heel onto the mat, and that's what gets Jordan to tap. Let's look at that again. So they're in 50-50. Jordan looked more so to defend. I don't think he's really offensive enough in the leg entanglement battle here, but he's looking to defend. And they both have their legs locked. You can see Jeremy's playing kind of like an open 50-50. He's confident in his heel hiding. And then again, you see Jeremy wind up using that scoop grip on the far leg. And then he hugs the primary leg close to his chest, where then Jordan extends the leg. And the problem with that is because there's a little bit more space between the two torsos, he's able to bring his feet over, and that's what causes him to go from 50-50 to an outside Senkaku, where he's eventually able to catch the heel, and he's able to finish. Very nice match. Very nice match. Definitely can look at doing some other matches in these type of invitationals instead of flow grappling, which just takes my video down. It was quite rude. Quite rude, in my opinion. It was a little messed up, man. A little messed up, man. But hey, that's all good. We're going to stop here. Yeah, guys. So if you're interested in that leg locking battle, you definitely, hopefully took a lot out of that. I think in definitely like the sub-only rules, you've got to know the leg lock game, because otherwise they're just going to have, they're going to hit your legs. You can see how Jordan was a little bit farther back trying to kind of disengage from the legs, but he ended up going in. That doesn't mean that leg locks are like this magical thing. If, you know, you can see how when Jeremy was going back and forth, actually, you know what? I'm going to come back and I'm going to share the screen again so I can really show you guys what's up. You can see, especially in the beginning, before they started getting into that 50-50 situation, you saw multiple times how Jeremy would attack the upper body, right? So if we look here, boom, collar tie. With that collar tie, he can look to stand up or go to his knees of some sort through multiple ways of accomplishing that goal, and look to attack a front headlock position. So you can see he's almost sat up. What did that do? As a defensive response, Jordan stood up. Now we can start looking for that inside control where he's looking to sweep and elevate. Now, when he was down again, after he defended the legs, he started looking for that overhook on the far arm, or on his left arm, so for that overhook, which then caused him to stand up, which then caused him to go under and look to elevate. Now, he was able to then, so you could see where that breakthrough happened, this battle between attacking the upper body and the lower body. Now, Jordan does a good job at keeping the pressure on, because you could see here, right here, Jeremy almost lost control of this far hip, right? But he still had his butterfly hook. He then used that butterfly hook to elevate. Now they kind of went off to the side here, but you see him shoot his leg through. But you can see here, if he were to shoot that leg through to get to the Ashigarami, he would have lost his position. He would have been mounted. But what did he do? When the camera went off, he took that space. He brought his right knee inside to keep a frame, and then he shot that leg through. Now, here's the problem. He's got a collar tie here, or he's got a head and arm, looking to pressure pass and body lock. If Jeremy were to extend this right leg, he would be fully mounted. So what does he do? He's looking to frame. I mean, this little battle right here could have been the difference between the win and loss. Jordan could have easily passed here. Maybe if he looked to kind of pummel, what he could have done was take his left leg, pummel it to that foot, and then look to extend the leg. That would have been a very smart move. But instead he kind of keeps the pressure going. Jeremy's able to use his knee and his frames here of the upper body to push, eventually making kind of like some space here where then Jordan stands up and he's able to obtain that Ashigarami. And he looks to then reap for heel exposure, and they both kind of fall. And now they have this leg lock battle. And you can see the entire time they start having this leg lock battle. Now then from there, they stay in the configuration, which winds up going to 50-50, and then that winds up then helping Jeremy win the match. So that's a powerful concept, guys. That attacking of the upper body and lower body, that's something that we can always kind of do better at, especially when the person is really engaging or disengaging. We can, depending on what the opponent is doing, we can try to attack them. Now, I definitely can see that this was more of like, okay, this is what you can do from butterfly guard. And hopefully in another match, we can look at some good guard passing as well. So we can look at what are good guys doing to pass. So hope everybody got something to take away from that. If you can, subscribe if there's something that you found enjoyable, so that way you can look for future uploads. You can share this with your friends, family, anybody that you find that would be interested in this type of thing, as every like, comment, share helps me grow and helps me reach more people. So I hope you guys found this helpful. If you guys want, you can leave me some recommendations and I will do another match.